far worse than ever imagined. New and harrowing details following a 4-year investigation into Maryland's Catholic Church, now revealing the scope of sex abuse and torture going back 80 years.
Today, certainly in Maryland, is a day of reckoning.
The revelations in the middle of Holy Week coming in the form of a heavily redacted 463-page report by the Maryland Attorney General's office. Yet it still details how 156 clergy and other church officials throughout the Archdiocese of Baltimore tormented more than 600 children from the 1940s to 2002.
This is a full accounting. There are details of repeated, tortuous, terrorizing, depraved abuse.
On Wednesday, abuse survivors descending outside the Maryland Attorney General's office.
I'm actually more in shock than relief. We've waited 4+ years for this.
He's been in jail now for 26 years, but that's only been half justice. The other half has been today with the release of this report where we can expose the hideous cover-up of the Archdiocese of Baltimore.
The report authors note the staggering pervasiveness of the abuse itself underscores the culpability of the church hierarchy. The authors going out to call out church officials who not only covered up abuse, but in some cases paved the way for it to continue. Among some of the cases, disturbing details, including a deacon who admitted to abusing more than 100 children. Another priest who, even after psychiatric treatment, still went on to abuse as many as 20 boys.
That has weakened some people's faith. And I think we have to recognize that's what scandal does. It gives people a reason not to believe. A lot of people, though, have been saddened, but they are steadfast.
The Archbishop of Baltimore, William Lori, weighing in, calling the report shocking and soul-searing, inviting parishioners to take a second look at the church, saying they've made, quote, radical changes to make sure it never happens again.
I've experienced from people in the pews a lot of love and support, especially during these days. And I do think that people love their priest, and our priests have borne a very heavy burden with this as well.
As do the victims, some who are left knowing their abusers may never see a day in court. But tonight say at least someone is finally listening.
It's been a long haul. It really has.
Now, the report has called on Maryland lawmakers to help amend the state's statute of limitations for reporting child sex abuse. Now, it has garnered some support, Maryland's governor vowing to sign it, but it is expected to be challenged by the Catholic Church in the courts. Meanwhile, the Attorney General's office continues to investigate, setting up a hotline for victims of child sex abuse to come forward.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.